check. Let's see. This should be working. Let's get this team. Hey, welcome to the stream. The B2 Squirt Squad is in the championship game for the Forest Lake Ranger Classic here. They have a new addition this year, actually late in the season here. Harry Jones has made quite the splash. And we're gonna be taking on the Forest Lake Rangers here this afternoon for the championship game in this tournament. Should be a fun one. There they are. Let me see if I can maybe get my tripod correct here. I don't know if it looks a little angled, but let's see. Oh no, it looks like my service is not quite that good. So, and this is a little wobbly. Let's see. Ready to connect it. Go back. It looks like my connection isn't all that great. Can you watch? Okay, good. There we go. Let's see it. All right. Warm-ups are done. Pucks are cleaning up. See, I'm gonna have to learn these names on the fly. I do know some of these kids. They were on the team last year. Looks like they're all getting pumped up, ready to rock and roll here, banging those sticks, getting ready for their championship here. Looks like they've got Charles Miller in goal today for this big game. Let's see, who do we got out there? There we got number 45, Harry Jones, right there. Looks like he's probably planning to start there. We got Squires here on the right wing. We got number 97 there, Connor Kaufman in the middle. Looks like we got number 95, Mason Behringer over there on the left. Got Davis here on D. And here we go. We're gonna go. We're about ready for the puck drop here. Puck gets down, goes over to the left side there, gets pushed up, down, back, deep into the corner. Forest Lake takes this one up. Looking to push it up the boards, gets stuffed by Chaska Chan. Comes back out to the point, gets a shot. Forest Lake blocks it, takes it the other way. Defense kind of rounds about, knocks it back over to the boards here in the neutral zone. Forest Lake dumps it in. Looking for a good little rebound there. Chasing it down here. Sends it up over the boards. Actually loses it down into the corner. Gets taken up by the Dixieland dangler, Harry Jones. He's going to skate this one in. Takes it back, gets knocked back down deep into the corner. Wow, this is really shaky here. I apologize for that. Gets back down into the corner here. Forest Lake regrouping, taking it into the zone here. Chaska Chan intercepts in their own zone. Once again, Harry Jones taking it up, makes a move, gonna go ahead and get a shot. Goes just wide. Gonna get the rebound there here over in the corner. Gonna try and send it up across. Right through the middle. A little rebound there. Deflected by the goalie. Forest Lake turns it around, tries to break it out of the zone, skating it out here, gets pushed into the boards, tries to scoot it up. Doesn't quite happen here. Harry Jones intercepts this here once again. Gets a shot. Goalie tries to snatch it out of the air, but misses, puts it down. Forest Lake takes it up, pushes it over to the side there. Gets dumped back down to their zone. CCHA is going to get a change over to the boards here. Gets sent back down for an icing. Gosh, I'm going to have to see if I can... Sorry about the wobbliness here. Let's see if I can fix that. All right, down into the corner here. Puck drop gets pushed back into the corner. It's on the boards, battling for it, gets sent back around behind the net. Forest Lake gets it, takes it up, pushes it up the side, gets pushed back out. Forest Lake takes it up, gets taken down kind of from the side there. I think they're going to call that as a penalty. Let's see, or was it an offsides? Anyway, it looks like we got Bourne here on the ice. We've got Trenton Cole and Davis on defense. Bourne's going off. Back to the Squires, Jones, and 95. Mason Behringer over there on the side. Back down into the corner. Defense regroups, tries to make a good pass, bounces deflected back into the corner. Looks like we got Harry Jones chasing this one down. He really gets stuffed back into the corner by Forest Lake, doing a really nice job of trying to shut him down. Gonna go chasing it, skating it through the speed zone here. Behringer gets a doesn't quite get the shot. Looks like we've got a loose puck here back behind the zone. I think Jay Squires scooped that one up, put it over into the corner. Harry Jones passes it back to the defense. We get a shot from the D. Scoops it up, tries to get it back in front. Little scrum out front here. Gets pushed back into the corner. Defense keeps it in, does a nice job there. We've got Squires trying to intercept on the board, but it does get pushed back onto the neutral zone here. Chasing it down is Harry Jones, kind of dumps it back down. Going to get a line change. That was an icing call. He didn't quite get past the red line, so it's going to come back all the way. Still super wobbly. Let's see if I can... No. That's not going to work. Best I can do, I guess. All right, Connor Kaufman in the middle gets pushed back over to the side. We've got... Oh, there he is again. Looks like we've got Bourne here, actually. Terrible camera work. Back down into the corner. Gonna get a shot. Rebound. Goalie covers it up. Nice job by the goaltender there. Gonna have a face-off down in the Forest Lake end. Let me see if I spin this around, if I can get this thing get on here a little bit more stable. Oh no, it's broken. That's what my problem is. All right, Chaska Chan over on the side there. Forest Lake trying to break it out. Comes back to the defense. 45. Harry Jones puts one in. Nice shot, Harry. I'm really sorry about this camera work. I'm having a malfunction here on my tripod. Anyway, Forest Lake gets this one. Tries to skate it here the other way. Gets dumped down into the zone by Forest Lake. Defense, Davis and Trenopole on the puck, pushes it forward there. We've got Connor Kaufman trying to put some pressure on the defense. Davis pushes it up the side here. We've got Squires over on the boards here, tries to push it up. Connor Kaufman pushes it forward. He's chasing this puck down here. Goalie steps up, sits on it. We're going to have a face-off down in the Forest Lake zone. Nice job by the goaltender there. Stepping out, challenging the CCHA player, Connor Kaufman. Looks like we've got Harry Jones back on offense once again. We've got Wes Becker and Witt out there on defense. Forest Lake takes his skates it the other way. Witt, Wes Becker, Bourne over on the side here, pushes it up. They're fighting for it at the blue line. Looks like Forest Lake comes out with it and pushes it up. They try to bounce it off the boards here. Harry Jones. Jaynard over there on the side. We've got Wes Becker back behind the net, loses the puck to the Forest Lake player. Tries to take it through the middle a little bit. Ends up getting it pushed out to the side here. We got Harry Jones in the middle. We've got Wayne Bourne just misses it there. Harry Jones scoops it up, kind of weaves his way through the middle, gets a shot, rebound, no, not quite, knocked back behind the net by the CCHA player. Tries to get a hold of this to center it here. Let's see if he can do that. I wonder if... Not quite working here. Looks like they're going to bring it all the way back down here. There's a penalty on a CCHA player there. We've got Bourne, Kaufman, Davis deflects the puck. Pushed back to the defense by Forest Lake. Dumps it back down in there. They got a couple guys on. Somebody falls in front of the net. Nice stop by Miller there in net. Little scrum out front. Another deflection. Another save. Hot goalie. That's exactly what we love to see right there. Perfect. We're going to have another face-off here down the CCHA end. Davis on D. Harry Jones on offense. Looks like we've got Logan Trenopole there on the on defense, and then Behringer here. Harry Jones takes this one, wins the faceoff, skates it up, tries to dangle through, gets poked away by the defense. Logan Trenopole takes it, skates it up. Harry Jones takes it, skates it back around. A little buying a little time here on the penalty kill. Puts it up back into the neutral zone. Gets pushed back here. On the edge. Davis. Trenopole gets it there in the back. Looking to push it up to the wing here, but there's nobody here on the board, so Harry Jones comes in, tries to scoop it up. Trenopole battling forward there in this corner. Davis takes it, sends it around, goes back all the way back down here. Probably going to be an icing call here. No, waves it off. Sent up the boards here. Forest Lake loses it at the blue line. Battling for it here. Still got 11 seconds left on the Lake skating it up here. On the near side, takes his skates around, pushes it forward in the neutral zone. They get one there in the middle. Nobody there, kind of loses the puck though. Goes back behind the net. Enochson sends it up. Jace Squires. Squires gets it. Sends it up. Jace Enochson looking for a pass. He scoops it up there here in the middle. Takes it, skates around, makes a move at the blue line. Gets sent back down deep into the corner here. Battling for it down there. Gets sent through the middle. Forest Lake. That's a nice little breakout pass there. Skates it through the middle. Looks like he's going to get a shot. Whoa, nice rebound. Good, excellent save once again by the goaltender. Gets sent down, battling for it here on the boards. Forest Lake comes out with it here in the neutral zone. Takes and sends it back down. Skates it down into the zone here. A couple guys in front. Ends up getting it. Shot goes wide. Davis back on defense, sends it around. CCHA skating it over here on the far side. Tries to center it to Harry Jones. Just misses the puck. Gets sent back down in the middle. It's Janert there. Ends up getting sent through the middle. Forest Lake taking and skating it out. Gets scooped away here by Davis. Tries to send it through the neutral zone. Gets caught up in a Forest Lake player battling for it now here on the boards. See who comes out with it. Looks like Harry Jones almost did. He actually lost it in that whole big group of people. Bourne's got this one. Back to Trenopole on defense. Mishandles the puck there. Jones keeps it in. Wave off the ice. Fans of Forest Lake don't really like that at all. But Forest Lake scoops it up, tries to skate it through. Does a nice job of weaving his way through his own zone here. Takes it over to the other side. Good job staying on sides there. Tries to center it. They get it. Get the shot. Goes just wide. Back down into the corner. Davis to field this one. Pushes it up the boards here once again. Gets caught up in a Forest Lake player. They got a couple of guys battling for it here on the boards. Harry Jones gets it back down into the corner. Tries to send it up to Behringer there on the other side. Shot deflected. Wow, that was a scary one there. Behringer on the wing gets sent up to the defense. Defense keeps it in, pushes it back down deep. Trenopole is going to take this one. He's got two guys on him. Tries to go back actually the other way. Doing a nice job of trying to break this one out here. They end up getting it out here. They got a 3-on-2, but Forest Lake comes up from behind. Behringer plays him tough over there on the boards. He ends up coming out with this one, actually. Forest Lake takes this one, brings it back around. He's going back behind the net. Got a couple guys on him. Connor Kaufman's there. Jace Squires is there. Behringer back down to the corner. Tries to send it back down. Squires tries to get there. He gets kind of pinned in the pipes there. Trenopole keeps it in. Behringer back around the backside of the net. Kaufman there on the boards. Centering this one. Tries to make a move there. Gets caught up. Looks like he's going to come out with this. See if he can get a shot here. He does. Oh, goes just wide. Jay Squires is going to go take him into the boards here. Does a nice job. Defense keeps it in. No, gets sent back out to neutral ice. Trenopole makes a pass up to Enochson. Just got one guy to beat. Gonna go ahead and get a shot. Really nice shot saved by the goaltender there. We got 13.4 seconds left here in the first period, and I don't even have my scoreboard up. Don't worry, we can fix that. We'll put that up. We'll put CCHA has a goal here. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. There we go. Look at that. I can even change the score on there. Isn't that fun? Face off. Harry Jones is in the middle. Davis and Trenopole on defense. Gets sent back out. We got a little race here. CC actually doesn't end up scooting this one out. There's only about 3 seconds left. Oh, they tried to make it tight there. Didn't quite come up with that. But after the first period, score is 1-0 CCHA.
You can't see the score on the screen, you're saying?
Yeah, I just put it
okay,
up.
is the score there now?
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of good comments.
Yeah. Except for my. Hold on.
Now the score we're showing.
Yeah, 1 second. All right, sorry there. I was trying to figure out my camera. I know that it is super wobbly, and I was working on trying to fix it. Not gonna work here though, so it's all right. Coming back up the sides here. All right, here we go. Witt there. Harry Jones is in on this one. Back in the defensive end. They've switched sides here now, going back the other way. Forest Lake does a nice job of keeping it in. Witt back there. Wes Becker takes and fields this one. Tries to bring it around. Gets pushed away by the Forest Lake player. They do keep this one down in the zone. Harry Jones takes and scoops this one up. Skates it up through the middle. He's got a lot of open ice here in front of him. Just a couple guys to beat. Gets pushed away over to the side. Loose puck down there. Forest Lake scoops it up, takes it back the other way. Bounces it up the boards. Oh, they got a lot of wide ice here. It's going to have to go wide. Defense takes a nice angle there. Goalie covers it up. All right, face off down in the CCHA end here. Skates it up here over on the boards. Battling for it. Referee blows the whistle. Not quite sure what that was about. They called a penalty here actually on CC. Gaynor gets a penalty, gets pushed back. No. All right, CC on the penalty kill here. Connor Kaufman in the middle. Gets scooped up here. Taking it back the other way. Bourne's got a 2-on. Oh! Tries to shovel it over to Kaufman. Kaufman bangs his stick in frustration. Really nice opportunity there. For a short-handed goal, pushing it up past the defender, but didn't quite come up with one there. They are still short-handed here. Witt on defense, Berger on the wing, Jones in the center. Wes Becker over there on defense. Gets pushed back up the boards. Loose puck here in the middle. Berger comes up. No, gets taken away by Forest Lake. Harry Jones scoops this one up. Gets kind of taken up there from the side. Berger gets past the red line, dumps it down into the zone. They got a nice penalty kill tactic there. One guy on. Forest Lake takes it, comes back the other way. We got Westbecker back there, tries to send it up. Harry Jones there on the boards. Gets it out of the zone. Behringer is going to follow this one up. Forest Lake sends it all the way down. They do not call the icing there. Sent up the boards here on this near side. Behringer scoops it up here near the blue line. Tries to pass it over to Harry Jones here in the middle. Just barely mishandles it there. It gets sent back down the other way. They do blow a whistle now. I guess they did call that an icing. Which must not have gotten a hold of that one before the red line. Connor Kaufman in the middle. Brennan Paul on defense. Looks like Davis as well. Squires there on the wing. Davis sends it up. Defense keeps it in. Davis is going to go take it back behind the net here once again. Forest Lake scoops it up. Tries to bring it around. Centers it. Shot! Nice interception there by Davis on defense. Tries to send it up through the middle. Hits Squires. Well, he hits a defenseman who tries to shoot it up. Hits Squires in the chest. Squires got a change. Looks like they are back at full strength. Forest Lake skates this one through their own zone. Tries to go through the speed zone here. Tries to make a move at the blue line. Loses it. Connor Kaufman here pushes it up. He's going to go get a change. Warren tries to dangle through the middle there. Gets intercepted by Forest Lake. Wow, little diving save there by CCHA defenseman. There's Trenepo back there, tries to get it out of the zone. Davis tries to send it around over here on the side. We've got Enochson battling forward here. Skated by it a little bit. Got a whistle going on here. They're going to bring this puck out to center. Not sure what the call was there, actually. Looks like, let's see. Looks like another penalty on CC. No, they just didn't bring their wings out. All right, looks like they got Bourne on the side. We've got Jaynard on the near side. Harry Jones, Connor Kaufman there in the middle. Pushes it up, comes back into the neutral zone. Forest Lake defenseman sends it back down, chasing it down. CC's got two guys here on the puck. Nope, one of them decided to spread out. Looked like he was expecting to pass behind. Centering puck here. Forest Lake defenseman keeps it in, knocked back behind the net by the goalie. Connor Kaufman takes and sends this one around. Jaynard there tries to push it out. Kaufman there once again in the middle. Oh, Jaynard actually scooped it up from him. Offsides there by Kaufman and Jaynard. A little miscommunication there at the blue line. They're going to get a line change there. Looks like we've got Enochson there in the middle. Behringer on the near side. Davis and Trenopole on D. All right, here we go. Squires tries to get the shot, just mishandles it. Gets kind of taken out from behind. Davis has a little race, really nice little poke check from behind. They still end up fielding this puck and getting the shot off. Squires there over on the boards. Just kind of a blind little centering pass trying to get it over to a center. Wasn't quite there, so that's going to be an icing to bring it all the way back down into their own zone. Miller there getting a little board in net. He wants a little action, I think. That said, I would prefer that he doesn't see any action. No secret which team I'm rooting for here. Harry Jones sends it back to the defense. Defense sends it all the way around. Wing, Jaynard gets it. Gets it. Oh, they got a little 2-on-1. Oh, he still got it. Oh. Harry Jones back, sends it back to the defense. Davis sends it back. Harry Jones, loose puck in the middle. Forest Lake. Davis sends it back. Little backhand there. Some back and forth there on the blue line. Forest Lake had a wing that was hanging out just a little high. Harry Jones going to take and skate this one back and go the other way. Tries to make a move there at the blue line. Defense kind of stands him up. They end up getting the body checking call. CC is going to be on their first power play of the game. They've spent a little bit of extra time on the penalty kill. This is going to be their first opportunity for an extra man out there. That's going to bring it back down into the Forest Lake zone even. See if they can capitalize here. Looks like it's going to be Witt and Westbecker on defense. Enochson, Hoffman. And then I cannot quite see who's over on that other side. Looks like it's Bourne, actually, over there. So fighting for it there on the side. Kaufman gets a shot. Enochson helping out of the boards here. Forest Lake ends up coming up with it. Defense kind of takes it. Battling for it here right in front of us. Witt, Kaufman, Enochson over to Bourne. Gets a shot, goes wide, bounces straight back. See if they can capitalize there, not quite. Enochson fighting for it behind the boards. Kaufman comes in to help him out. Bourne back to Westbecker. Bourne tries to get the shot, comes all the way back down here. Witt's going to go get this one. He does have a guy on him. He tries to send it back up the boards. Forest Lake comes in strong, gets a shot from the blue line, goes just wide. CC trying to break this one out here. Still in the zone. Comes back out to neutral ice. Kind of a little back and forth here. They do hit Harry Jones here in the middle. He's going to get a shot. Pops one in. Harry Jones for his second goal of the game in the second period. Puts CCHA up 2-0. We got about 4.5 minutes left here in the second. In this championship game of the Squirt Ranger Classic. Harry Jones there in the middle, Behringer on the near side, Squires there on the far. Davis and Trentpole on defense. Davis scoops this one up, sends it back around to Trentpole. Behringer here on this near side. Scooped up by Davis, who decides to skate this one up. He had a bit of an open lane there. Mishandles it at the blue line. Actually, they're going to call an offsides there. Davis lost his edge and was kind of falling down there. Rather than taking it back the other way with the defense, they get a offsides call, which is actually a pretty smart play. Looks like we're going to have Kaufman, Bourne, and Janer here on offense. Trentpole and Davis still on D. Gets sent down into the zone by Connor Kaufman. Janer looking to take the angle here on the boards. He does end up coming up with it. See if he can make a move. Center. He's got a couple guys in front. Got to get a little help back there. Scrum in front. Loose puck sent back down into the corner. Connor Kaufman's first one on the puck. It's actually sent back the other way here. Kaufman, Janer gets taken down from behind. Forest Lake scoops it up, sends it back all the way down the other way. They're going to call that as an icing. And bring it back down once again into the Forest Lake zone. CC looking pretty strong here. Both teams looking tough, actually. Forest Lake, they got a good squad here. Harry Jones is in the middle. Enochson sets up for a shot from the top. Ends up getting picked up by Bourne, who shoots it. Back down into the corner. Forest Lake, the first one there. They got kind of coming up here. Looks like they end up skating here. Loses the puck in the neutral zone. Pushed back, Harry Jones. Enochson racing for it down in their zone. Looks like they're going to call an icing. Little battle there in the middle. Gets sent all the way down to the other side, and it's going to bring it all the way back down for an icing call here. A little bit of an unfortunate turn of events, but it's all right. Figure it out. Harry Jones still in the middle. Looks like we got the same group of kids out there, actually. Warren, Enochson, Jones. Looks like it's probably Witten Westbecker on defense. Forest Lake gets it, sends one just down into the zone. Westbecker shoots it up. Bourne tries to push it through. Harry Jones scoops this one up. He makes a move there right through the middle. He's got some open ice. Their defense does a really they took him down. They're gonna call that. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not sure if they're calling that or if it was just an offsides. Looked pretty clean to me, I thought. Just kind of got tangled up and made a move on the puck. Got cut up in the skates there of Harry Jones. It is still 5-on-5, no penalty. Behringer, Hoffman, and I think that's Squires Arrow on the far side. Westbecker and Witt here on defense. Forest Lake comes up, scoops it through the middle. They do stay on side. He's going to get probably a shot. Oh, makes a move. Loose puck actually hits the post. Jay Squires scoops this one up and takes it back the other way. Exciting play there by Forest Lake. Very near miss for CCHA. Gets sent back around the net. Forest Lake's going to they try and send it up the boards to their wing. Takes it back the other way. Makes a move in the neutral zone. Loses it to CC. Connor Kaufman takes this one up. Sends it down deep. He's going to go ahead and get a change. Little dump and change action there by CC. Jaynert, first one in. Makes a move. Pokes, checks it away from the defense. Forest Lake gets it back. Makes a move in his own zone. Gets knocked away once again in the offensive zone. Back out to neutral ice. Forest Lake actually ends up with it here. He's probably going to get a shot. Goes wide. Davis takes it, sends it up to the wing, misses, comes back out of the neutral zone. Forest Lake's going to have to set up to regroup. Passes it over to the other defenseman, sends it down deep. I do believe that's going to be an icing call. We've got about a minute and a half left here in the second period. It's going to be a face-off down in the Forest Lake end. Harry Jones in the middle. Davis trying to pull on deep. Jaynert and not quite sure who that is over on the other side. I'll let you know as soon as I see. Jaynert gets one shot from the high slot there. Really nice job. Looks like it's Bourne over there on that other side. Really nice face-off win by Harry Jones. Jaynert setting up in the perfect spot for that. Let's see if they can do that one once again. Looks like Bourne's going to come up. Harry Jones, he's going to get the shot this time, actually. Trenton Pohl steps up, pushes it back in the zone. He gets back to his defensive spot. Forest Lake tries and skates it out. Trenton Pohl stands him up there at the line. Jaynert passes it over. Harry Jones does backhand rebound. Jones back in the corner. Forest Lake sends it up. They're going to be skating this one back the other direction. Davis trying to find him here. Gets a shot from Forest Lake. Loose puck there in the middle. Davis sends it back to neutral ice. It's going to be an icing to bring it back all the way down there. Really nice redirection there by Forest Lake. 49 seconds left here in the second period. CC still up 2-0. Got a little shift change here. Connor Kaufman there in the middle. Let's see. Sends it back out to neutral ice. Defenseman sends it up. Scooped up It's going to be offsides. Oh, they did not call that. Got a couple of angry fans here. Forest Lake, though, scoops it up and takes it the other way. I'm not sure I would have been angry about that if I were their fans, because they did a really nice job of taking that the other way. Turned out in favor of them anyways. Loose, kind of a battle for the puck there in the corner. Comes all the way back out to neutral ice. Born on the puck there. Westbecker's going to be chasing this one back down into the corner. Tries to send it up the boards where Harry Jones is over there. But that buzzer signals the end of the second period. CC still up 2-0. See what happens in the third when we come back. All right, here we go. Puck drop. Harry Jones in the middle, Bourne here on the near side. Davison trying to pull on defense. Gets pushed forward. We got Jaynert there. Makes a nice little play. Going, it tries to do a centering pass. Ooh. Looked a little dicey there by the goalie there, but he did get it covered up. We're going to have a face-off down the far side there. I'm sorry about my camera work. It is just awful here today. Puck down in the corner. Davis standing at that blue line, really looking to keep this puck in. Gets sent back down. Oh, tries to center it there. Gets deflected by Forest Lake. Loose puck. They try to send it forward. Davis steps up, keeps it in. Goes back over to the boards. They're skating back down the other way. Forest Lake really kind of creeping up here. I think they're thinking they need to get back into this game. Ooh, centering pass comes back to the defense, gets a shot. Covered up by Miller in net. Really nice job there. Ooh, got a couple of kids tripping over each other there in front of the net. Zoom back just a little bit. So I gotta mute that music when it comes back. Shot by the Forest Lake defense, deflected, goes wide. Westbecker back on defense, sends it back the other way. Squires pushes it back to the weak side there. Scooped up by a quick Forest Lake player. Couldn't quite make it through though. Oh, they still have it here. Oh, Connor Coffin takes this one, takes it up the other way. Tries to hit his guy, Jay Squires here. Here we go. Takes it at the blue line. Going to get a little backhand. Doesn't quite make it all the way through, though. Comes back to the defenseman. Sends it in. On net. Deflect. Pushed back into the corner. Loose puck in front. Squires and Kaufman there. Behringer down in the corner. Kaufman chasing him over on the side there. Forest Lake skating it through the speed zone. He's got a couple guys with him here. Makes a move. Bounces up. Hits the goalie pad. Bounces up over the top and then it goes in. Forest Lake puts their first score on the board to make this a game. You know what? I have to change this period because it is the third and not the second. I really, really bad at that, but we did get that fixed here. We got 10 minutes left. Forest Lake getting back into this game, making it a 1-goal spread. Harry Jones comes back out. We got Bourne here on the near side. Davis trying to pull back on defense. Looks like we've got Enochson over there in the middle on the other side. Davis skates this one around the net, passes it over to Trenopole, tries to make a pass, misses his guy, intercepted by Forest Lake. Doing a really nice job of keeping this pressure on. They dump it back down deep once again. Davis is going to take this one up. Trenopole sets up in front to try and cover some of their guys. He scoops it up, tries to skate it through their zone. Gets a little pass over there on that far side, skates it up. Gonna get, tries to pass it over to Bourne here on this near side. Comes back out in the neutral zone. They get a penalty call on Bourne. That's going to bring the face-off all the way back down into the CCHA zone here. Lots of penalties on CC. Shot from the defense. Bounces out. Takes him out there. Another shot. Miller in net. Covers that one up. Face off. Once again in the CCHA zone. We've got Kaufman there in the middle. Looks like Westbecker and Witt on defense. Jahnert there as the wing. Oh, loose puck! Wow, good shot. Hits the actually kind of the back and the side of the net. Loose puck in the front. Oh, nice job there by Westbecker. Playing tough back down in the corner. Gets pushed back the other way. Witt on this puck now. Tries to send it over to Jahnert. Kaufman in the middle. Oh, loses the puck there in their own zone. They send it all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. But they did need to do something just to deal with this puck. They were looking like they were getting a little out of control there in their own zone. We got 45 seconds left here on this puck, actually 43 on this penalty. Harry Jones in the middle, Bourne on the side. Davis and Trenopole on defense. Harry Jones scoops this one up, tries to skate it the other way. He's got a couple of guys to beat, takes it wide, gets the shot, puts it right on the goalie. Didn't give up the rebound though, so you got to give that to that Forest Lake goalie there. Really nice job. Harry Jones trying to take this game on his shoulders here. This third period, make sure that they don't give up another one. Jones and Bourne still on offense. Davis and Trenopole on D. Puck drop. Davis looked like he wanted to step up. Trenopole holding tough at that blue line. It does come out. Battling for the puck here. Jones comes out with it. Makes a move. Gets a shot. Deflected by the pad of the goaltender there over to the edge. Really strong penalty kill here with Harry Jones on the ice. Comes back out to the defenseman. Trenopole sends it deep. CCHA back at full strength here. Davis just mishandles that puck at the blue line, sends it in immediately, and they call it offsides. We're gonna have another face-off here in the neutral zone on the Forest Lake side. Hoffman, Squires, and Behringer out there. Squires battling forward on the board, sends it deep. Behringer putting some pressure on him there down on the side. Forest Lake tries to skate it up. They push it through, and that's going to be an icing call. It's going to bring it back all the way into their own zone here once again. Hoffman takes the face off, tries to send it back. Forest Lake actually ends up getting pushed forward. Trenopole staying tough at the line there. Squires gets a shot. Squires from the blue line puts that sword in the holster. Puts them up 3-1 here. The crowd getting into it over here. CCHA moms loving every second of that one. Jones in the middle. Bourne, and I believe that's Enoch's in there over on that far side. Oh, sorry, it's Janert. Forest Lake tries to scoot it through the middle. Does a really nice job there, but it ends up getting sent back down to the other side. He's actually going to go and try and play this one with his skates instead of picking up his stick. Pass from Bourne over to Janert there. Jones scoops this one up, makes a move there down into the corner, sends it back to the defense. Defense going to get a shot. Ooh, another little deflection there. Really trying to play up that deflection angle. Puck down deep in the Forest Lake zone now. Comes back all the way to the other side. Davis wasn't quite able to scoop that one up. He tries to send it over to his defensive partner and just mishandles it there. Enochson comes up and skates this one through. Gets a shot, goes back, loose puck, see if we can scoop it up. We do. Coming back around, centering pass. Get a shot, no. Shot from the far side, loose puck, rebound, that's Jones. Down deep in the corner, sends it back the other way. Battling for it on the boards. Defense steps up, keeps this puck in. Oh, we got Jones there in the middle. Diving goalie to sit on that one. Make sure nothing gets through. We're gonna have another face-off here in the Forest Lake end in just a minute. Kaufman, Bourne, and Enochson there on offense. Kaufman in the corner, sent back out to the defense by Forest Lake. Gets a shot, deflected, back down into the corner. Enochson, the first one on that puck. Kaufman in there as well. Bourne sitting out front. He's looking like he wanted to scoot in there, couldn't quite do it. Westbecker's gonna get a shot. Goes just wide. Forest Lake actually takes this one back the other way now. Bounces it up the boards. They call that onside here. Pretty close. Oh, loose puck! Little scrum out front. Miller with the big save. Westbecker pushes it up. Kaufman pushes it forward. Bourne's going to be there. Scooped up by the Forest Lake defender. Looking like he was going to skate it around. Decides not to. Centering pass. Loose puck out front. Davis holding that line. He's actually going to back up. Wasn't quite comfortable with where he was at there for the Forest Lake coming in. Couple of CCHA players playing tough back down there into the corner. Trenopole getting pinned back there. Janert comes out with it, skates it back this way, backhands it up. We got it taken down there by a Forest Lake player. Gets sent back down over on the other side. Behringer, Janert, Trenopole, and Davis on defense. Forest Lake trying to break it out. They just made a nice pass over the wing, gets swatted away by CC. Trenopole trying to play that line tough. Janert just getting in the way there. Does a nice job of getting some effort and whacking that puck away. Gonna have another penalty here on probably Davis for CCHA. We got a player down for Forest Lake. The boys are going to take a knee. CC skating back to their own bench. Not sure if he just got a stick in the neck there or what happened. Looks like he's getting up. Yeah, it looks like he's holding his neck. He probably got a little high stick to the neck there. Good thing they wear those neck guards. We've got 3.5 minutes left here in this third period. Half of that is going to be spent on a penalty kill, which really seems to be the story of this game. CCHA just can't seem to stay out of the box. Westbecker and Witt on defense. Bourne and Jones up front. Comes back out to Forest Lake defense. They keep it in. Playing tough back in the corner as Westbecker. Loose puck out front. Shot! Big scrum there in the middle. Miller comes up big. Gonna have a face-off here in the CC end once again. 15 seconds came off of that penalty. Let's see if they can do it for the last minute 15. Jones pushes it up. Forest Lake defense. Shot by Forest Lake, deflected by Westbecker here. Kind of gets taken down back. In the back, little battle behind. Ooh, loose puck out front. Harry Jones is going to scoop this one up. Dixieland Dangler comes up through, weaves his way through the middle. He gets another shot, tries to go weak side, bounces off the pad of the goalie. Over up the side, defense does a nice job backhanding, keeping this one, and they are still short-handed. Harry Jones goes tough back down into the corner. Back out to the defense. Defense tries to backhand it in. Forest Lake scooping this one up. Can they break it out? They do get it out to neutral ice. They are up one player. CC still playing tough on this penalty kill. Harry Jones scoops this one up. He's going to take it back the other way once again. Weaves his way past one defender. Got one to beat. Open net. Takes a shot. Oh! Forest Lake pulled their goalie in hopes that they would be able to go 6-on-4. And Harry Jones took advantage of that. That's 3 for Harry today. The hat trick. CC with the shorthanded goal. Kaufman and Bourne on offense. Enochson looks like he's playing defense. Forest Lake takes it. Enochson playing tough. Shot! Wow, deflection right down into the pads of Miller. I was looking the other way, so I didn't quite see what happened there. Oh, I think Kaufman got a little defensive of his goalie there. Fans of Forest Lake not loving that one. Referees think that's okay, defending your goalie, making them back up after the play so they can't get hacked. Playing tough at the line here. Loose puck out. Kaufman. The net is no longer open. Goes wide. Minute 45 left. Penalty is over. It is 5-on-5 now. Playing tough into the corner. A little tough back there in the corner. Kids getting knocked down. Forest Lake fans don't like that. CC taking it back the other way. Fighting for it at the blue line. They do come out with it. And they're going to get another penalty here. For the last minute 20. So they're going to be shorthanded here once again for the remainder of this game. Getting a little dicey here at the end. Going to bring it all the way back down actually into the Yes. Bring it all the way back down into the end of the Stormhawks here. Jones and Jaynert there. Witt and Westbecker on defense. Westbecker tries to center it. Forest Lake does a nice job of keeping it in. Still in, centering pass, nobody there. Westbecker gets it. He's got it. He actually just decides to send it most of the way down. There is still a goaltender in net. I think Forest Lake has decided they don't need to. They're not going to try that hard for that. Maybe if they get one here. They got 42 seconds. CC just trying to kill this penalty. Doing a pretty good job, actually. Back out to neutral ice. Forest Lake sends it back. Hits a guy over on the side there. Skates it in. He's probably going to get a shot. Miller. Oh, loses vision on that puck. That was a little dangerous there. Forest Lake plays it tough, keeps it in, sends it back down into the corner. CC takes it up. Connor Kaufman here. You hear the countdown of the fans for CC. That's signaling that we are close to the end of the game, and there it is, the buzzer. CC throwing everything up in the air, come out on top in the Ranger Classic here in Forest Lake. On the back of Miller there in net, Charles Miller really played a very, very good game in net. Barry Jones, clearly the offensive player for the Stormhawks, but Miller came up with some big, big saves there throughout the game. Everybody's excited, lining up here for some handshakes at the end. Glad everybody could tune in for this one. It was fun to cast this championship game for the Stormhawks B2 squad here today. They came out on top over Forest Lake 3-1. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Everybody have a great